Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a good day today. It was a good day for me. As you know, I did a little shopping, just some cheap stuff, nothing. But that was fun. Sometimes I like buying just straight up cheapies that I know nothing about. Sometimes you find a gem. Most of the times you don't. But sometimes you find a true gem. And I'll get into it. I'm going to let him. But a couple I bought today, as I had them, I put them on skin after the video. And just a little bit because I was wearing something today. I didn't want to mess it up. But they're okay. Yeah, I think I might have found a gem. But we'll talk about that when I do the video. Anyway, what did I wear today? Well, I decided to finally get around to wearing, because what I wanted to do was, because everybody still talks about maceration, I let this sit for a couple weeks, a month, before I put it on. That's Exclusive Tabac by Maison Alhambra collection. And maybe I didn't let it sit long enough, but there was no change in this from when I got it a few weeks ago to now. Not a damn thing changed. But I'll let it sit again for another few months and wear it again and see if it's changed. And at that point, if it hasn't, it's not going to. But if this isn't a maceration video, I just wanted to say that's why I haven't worn them yet, most of them yet, that I got a month ago, because I wanted to let them sit. Or a few weeks ago anyway, maybe not quite a month, but a couple weeks, 3 weeks maybe. Anyway, Exclusive Tabac, Maison Alhambra collection. How did I apply it? Well, I knew it was going to be strong from the little test that I did when I first got them. So I went kind of light on it, and I'm glad I did because it is pretty potent. I went with two in my moisturizer, one on the back of my neck, one on my shirt, and a few hours ago I put a spray on the back of his hand because I was going to do this video. I want to get refresh my thoughts. And this opens surprisingly fresh. Not a fresh scent, but it has a fresh aspect to it when you first put it on. Probably some citrus. I didn't get the notes. I was just going to go with what I can smell. So maybe a little ginger even, giving it a little bit of a pop. But it does have a bit of a pop. Now, it's not a fresh scent. Don't oh, it's not, no, it's not a, you're not going to put this on and think summertime. Not at all. But that freshness soon gives way, and I mean within minutes. It's almost not even worth mentioning the freshness because it's only there for a few minutes, but I did anyway because it's there. This sweet honey like damp tobacco comes out with a nice indiscernible boozy aspect. I'm going to say it's something like a sweet cognac or a sweet whiskey, probably more of a cognac kind of vibe, and some soft spice, a little pepper, a little cinnamon kind of deal. Nothing, it's a very faint spice, but it does add to the composition. It's there and does kind of add to the composition. And that's kind of most of the scent, believe it or not. That's pretty much start to the very far dry down. And when you get into that far dry down, this soft suede like leather and woods. Oud for sure, but more of the woody oud than the other kind of oud. And we'll get into that in a minute because there is a bit of that in this. All the while keeping a hint of that sweet, boozy, moist honey tobacco. Very nice, very masculine in a classic way. Maybe even a bit mature, if I could say that. And also from the start to the finish of this fragrance, there is a powdery cocoa floral like aspect. So I'm guessing cocoa, maybe tonka bean, giving it that powdery vibe, or it could be a little bit of lavender, even a little bit of iris, a little combination of everything probably. And this warm amber, the scent has and you know what I mean. People who don't know scents really don't, but when I say it has a warmth to it, it really does from start to finish. Almost you want to cuddle into the scent. You know what I mean? It's warm. It's inviting. This amber like accord. I'm not sure if it's amber, but it's definitely similar. Whatever they're using, and yeah, right again. It's in the background, but it really rounds out the scent and adds to its character Without it, I don't think it would be quite as nice, believe it or not. Even though it's not very prominent, it does really add to it. And now, that being said, it's all that in the air for the first hour, hour and a half. It's one of these scents that when you spray it on, you get a whiff of it. You're like, oh, that's nice. And you go, like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. No, it's not. And then you're back and another whiff comes up. You're like, no, it really isn't. Oh, no, 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 not that good. And the problem is, up close on the skin is this really strong, cheap, chemical, funky oud. It's not pleasant. Like I said, it's there for about an hour, hour and a half. And what I think's happening is, and I'm no chemist or anything like that, but that heavy chemical, cheap chemical oud is laying close to the skin while the rest of the notes and the accords are kind of coming off. And the closer you get, the more that oud just, like, it's not, I don't even know if it's real oud. I doubt it. Like I said, it smells, even for me to say, chemically cheap and funky. But like I said, within an hour and a half or so, it becomes less abrasive, less funky oud, and more of that nice oud wood kind of smell without all that funkiness. And it stops smelling cheap. It kind of, like I said, smooths itself out. It smells like a nice oud wood without the abrasiveness and the funkiness. So, yeah, for the first hour, hour and a half, it's kind of not for me if I go. But who's going to be up there? Oh, most people are going to smell you from a few feet away, and it smells divine in that area, right? Even from the very start. And like I said, it catches up. It takes an hour and a half, and then even on your skin, it smells really nice. So that's just me. That's what it does on my skin. That's what my nose picked up. You may not. That's fine. It's cool. Which brings me to performance. Beast. Straight up beast. 8 hours on skin. I could probably rock it for another couple hours before I reapplied it, but it's getting late and I got to get to bed. I work in the morning, so I had to stop it. We're at about 8.5 hours right now on my skin, and there it is. Well, on my shirt anyway. Not really getting there already. Wait. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, a solid 2.5 hour projection. More than an arm's length. Pretty far out there. It takes a little while to come in. Gives you this huge bubble for about 4 hours. Maybe even 5. And then it's on your skin. Pretty detectable for the next at least hour or two where I'm at now. And that's pretty good. $24, I believe I paid for this. And it don't smell cheap, except for that first hour, hour and a half if somebody's smelling it right up on you. It doesn't smell in the air. It smells, as a matter of fact, it'll bring me to my compliment factor. Only got one compliment today, but it was from somebody who I would consider a trained nose like the rest of us. It's the lady that runs the perfume beauty boutique at the Shoppers where I got my stuff. She's been there for like 30 years. She's got a few hundred perfumes of her own. She knows notes, chords, stuff like we all do, right? She can pick up on things. And sitting there talking to her, and we're talking to you. She actually asked me what I was wearing. She said, that smells really nice. Is it one of the expensive ones you have? And I told her, no, it's actually... Now, I heard this is a possible dupe of Mancera's Red Tobacco. Maybe a few other things. I get the comparison to Red Tobacco, at least the dupe I have of Red Tobacco over here. They're pretty similar, except Red Tobacco, the dupe I have, is a little more ashy. This doesn't really have a smoky ash vibe. It's a slight smoke, but it's not even really worth mentioning. Whereas the Red Tobacco has this ashy cigarette almost smell to it for a little bit in the opening. And its oud is a little more funky throughout the whole thing. Well, not super funky oud, but it is a little more on the oudy side. And its sweetness in that is more of a sugared fruit sweetness, where this is more, like I said, a honey sweetness. But yeah, they're similar. I mean, at this point, I'm splitting hairs. They're sweet tobaccos, sweet tobacco ouds, and so I can see the comparison. I'm sure it gets compared to other things. I don't know. That's the only one I would even consider that I've smelled that smells similar to this. A bit similar too. There is this quite a little similarity to English Laundry Windsor with that oud and sweet tobacco, but this is definitely more Middle Eastern spicy oud. Whereas that's more of your Western woody oud. But yeah, at the end of the day, beautiful scent, great performer, will get you compliments. Don't over apply. It's one of those ones, 3 max. I mean, you just don't want to over apply this, and it lasts forever on clothes. Like, it's still strong on my shirt. I don't know if I told you I sprayed one on my shirt. It is prominent. It's definitely, and I don't think I shouldn't say that. That's generalizing, but okay, we generalize in this hobby all the time, so I don't really think this is a younger man scent. I don't generally age scents, but this has definitely got, to my nose, a tobacco maturity to it. Not so much a grandpa scent, but a you know a man in their late 30s up. I think it would be more suited to. But you 15, you want to rock it. Go ahead. You're still going to smell good, man. Honestly. And if you're a lady, I said it was masculine. I stand by that. I think it's a super masculine scent. But ladies, you wear what you want to wear. Like I said, don't let any foolish YouTube influencers or reviewers or idiots like me tell you what you should wear. You always wear what you want to wear. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I did it justice. I really do like this scent. Like, despite the fact that the oud's a little funky up close, honestly, I mean, first hour you have a fragrance on. I mean, usually nobody's that up close. Usually, even if you're on a date, it takes a few hours to get to that point. You know what I mean? I mean, unless you're buying hookers, and at that point, they don't care what you smell like. All they want to smell of your money. So, all right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.